everyone. Welcome aboard. I'm Michelle, and today we're doing yoga between flights. Not a workout between flights, no airport athlete training camp, just a little reset because connection days can feel disorienting sometimes. You're technically traveling, but also doing a lot of waiting. Your body doesn't fully know what time it is. Maybe you've already crossed time zones. Maybe you ate lunch at a questionable hour. Maybe you've walked 12,000 steps today and somehow you also have been sitting all day. So today we're not trying to maximize productivity. We're just going to help the body and the nervous system recalibrate a little between flights. Quietly, gently, like normal humans in an airport. So come to a comfortable seated or standing position. Take a moment to notice the support underneath you. And begin by taking a slow inhale and an easy exhale. There's no need to breathe particularly deeply if that feels unnatural right now. Sometimes simply noticing the breath is enough. Maybe the nervous system still feels a little rushed from deplaning, navigating the terminal, or trying to locate your next gate. Why are the numbers never in order? It's very understandable. Take another easy breath. And exhale, letting the shoulders soften slightly. Great. Next, we'll work with the eye and jaw release. So much of our travel tension can accumulate around the eyes and the jaw, especially after we've been staring at screens and announcements and looking at navigation and just generally overstimulation all day. So first, just let the gaze soften for a moment. Maybe look at something farther away instead of directly at your screen. And now bring awareness into the jaw. Separate the teeth slightly, relaxing the tongue away from the roof of the mouth. A lot of us clench our jaw without realizing it, especially during stressful travel days. Take another easy breath here. Great. You can keep the eyes at that soft focus. Begin rolling the shoulders slowly. Forward a few times. Ooh, I just got a nice little pop there. And then back. Keeping the movement small and natural. There's no reason to have anything exaggerated here. Airport travel can create a very specific posture. You might be slightly hunched, a little tense. We're carrying things, we're checking signs, holding coffee. So we're simply helping the upper body re-soften a little. Now lift the shoulders up towards the ears and let them drop. A few more easy circles here. Great. Now bring the hands out in front of you. Circle through the wrist. A few circles in one direction and then reverse. Travel involves an incredible amount of gripping. Bags, phones, handles, maybe seat armrest if you had some turbulence and you were a little nervous. Now spread the fingers wide and soften them again. And also gently hold your wrist in your opposite hand and roll one at a time. There's no forcing here. These are just small, kind movements. Great. Come back to your comfortable standing or seated position. Place the hands lightly onto your thighs. And as you inhale, let the chest move forward slightly. So just sitting up nice and tall and letting the chest kind of puff out. Doesn't have to be dramatic. It's a very small movement here. No need to draw attention to yourself in the gait. Almost subtle enough that no one nearby would even notice, right? This isn't about doing yoga poses. It's about helping the spine stop feeling frozen after sitting and rushing. Great. Now, as we exhale, allow your body to soften and round gently through the spine. So you can kind of think about it just kind of collapsing, bringing the ribs closer to the hips. And then sit up nice and tall again. Chest is out proud. Wonderful. And then exhale, let it round, shoulders soften, belly soft. Ribs come closer to the hips. Just a few slow repetitions here, keeping the breath easy. Great. Now sit back up nice and tall. Imagine a string pulling the crown of the head up towards the ceiling and let the shoulders melt down away from the ears. We're going to bring awareness to the ribs and sides of the body. You can place your hands here if you'd like, or you can leave them in your lap. Both work. Now, as you take an inhale, notice your ribs widen slightly. And as you exhale, feel everything soften back in. Travel posture often compresses our breathing without us realizing it. So we're just taking a moment to notice our breath. Inhale, feeling the ribs expand. Exhale, feeling the belly soften and come back in. Notice your breath. Is it deep? Is it in your chest or your belly? You can deepen your breath here if you'd like, but you don't have to. We're practicing just noticing, especially during stressful or overstimulating days. Taking a moment just to notice can be a real comfort. Just checking in on yourself. Hey, are you okay? What's going on? Take another easy breath. Great. Now bring the hands lightly onto the ribs or onto the hips, whichever is more comfortable in your current position, and rotate gently side to side. Small movement, relaxed movement. Sometimes after multiple flights, the torso can feel rigid from carrying bags or sitting still for too long. So we're just introducing a little mobility again. Nothing dramatic. We're not turning and staring down our neighbor if you're still on the airplane. Just a few easy rotations here. Breathing naturally. Great. Come back to center and lift the heels slowly. And lower. Again. Great. You can rock gently between your heels and your toes. Noticing how the ankle joints feel. Noticing the fit of your shoes. Maybe by this point in the day, thinking about the shoes you wish you had worn today instead of whatever you're wearing. Just paying attention. What's it like to be in your shoes right now? Great, a few more repetitions. Slow and steady. You may notice warmth building in the feet and calves a little. That's great. Good. Come back to a comfortable seat. And sit tall and gently shift the weight side to side through the hips. So think of this almost as sitting only on one butt cheek. Great. And then you're going to sit only on the other butt cheek. So just a very tiny movement. Almost like you're helping the hips remember they're allowed to move again. You can also gently lift one knee at a time as you do this. If you don't have a seat available, you can also just stand and shift your weight from foot to foot. Almost like very small marches. Good. A few more easy movements here. Great. Now we're going to do a little bit of walking awareness. If you're in a seat and you don't want to give it up, that's okay. You can stay seated. Sometimes it's really tight seating in the airport, so you can do this seated as well as standing. So maybe down the terminal, maybe just pacing near your gate or at your seat. We're going to start by noticing the feet contacting the floor. Notice if the body feels a little bit more upright than when we started. Maybe you feel a little less rushed internally. Now bring awareness to the soles of your feet. Noticing where the ground is making contact. Great. You can wiggle the feet a little bit here. And remember, you don't have to be walking to do this. If you don't want to give up your seat near the gate, you can just practice this while sitting. Bring awareness to the soles of the feet. Noticing again where the ground's making contact with your shoe as your feet are moving. Notice what your toes are doing. Are they clenching? Sometimes mine do when I'm stressed. Airports often keep us mentally several steps ahead of ourselves all day long. So this is simply returning to the present moment a little. We're just learning to be where our feet are. Great. Now pause wherever you are, standing or seated comfortably, and take a moment to notice one thing you physically feel right now. Maybe it's the fabric of your clothes, the temperature of the air, your breath moving in and out. Maybe the belly's expanding on an inhale. It's taking a moment to ground ourselves here. Now, grounding doesn't have to be about becoming perfectly calm. It's just about reconnecting to the present moment while everything else continues moving around us. And honestly, that's enough. Take another easy breath here. One more slow inhale. And an easy exhale, maybe sigh it out. Take a moment to notice. Maybe your body feels a little more settled now. Maybe your mind feels a little less scattered. Or maybe you simply paused long enough to reconnect to yourself between flights. And one more easy breath here. Allow your shoulders to soften. Allow the face to relax. And take a moment to thank yourself for showing up today. That's the end of our practice. Thank you so much for sharing a part of your day with me. I'll see you next time.